told. But speaking of that ice age, there's 11 ponds in Harold Parker, and 2 of which are natural. The other 9 were built by the CCC. They dug them by hand and stuff. And, but 2 of them are natural kettle ponds that were from the melting of the glaciers. And that would be Bear Pond and also Berry Pond. Those are the 2 natural ponds in the forest. But, and then, let's see, where did I leave off here? Then in the 1900s, we saw the demise of the textile mill, and it was then that the ideas of land preservation surfaced. And most of the property was acquired for Harold Parker was acquired between 1914 and 1938. Harold Parker, for whom the forest is named, understood the importance of land preservation and was instrumental in acquiring the first properties at the forest. He was born in Charlestown, Mass. on June 17th in 1854. He was educated at Phillips Academy, Exeter, and graduated from Harvard College in 1875. Parker was a civil engineer by profession and is connected with the construction and administration of railroads. In addition, he served as chairman of the first State Forest Commission from 1908 to 1911. The commission's purpose was to survey the state and purchase the burned and cut over lands at a maximum price of $5 an acre. That's all he could pay for the restoration and improvement. And as chairman, Parker dreamed of a system of lakes and forest reservations stretching across the entire state of Massachusetts. When he died suddenly in 1916, so he only was given 2 years, and in that 2 years, he got about 2,500 acres of Harold Parker. So that was really good. He was an aggressive guy. But he died suddenly in 1916, and that's when the land that had been acquired that year was later named in his honor, and Harold Parker was the land he acquired. And during the Depression era of the 1930s, the Civilian Conservation Corps, the CCC, was established. Men and boys throughout the country worked to improve and develop forests. In 1933, the CCC set up 2 camps at Harold Parker State Forest. They built forest roads, trails, planted red and white pine saplings, built recreation and administration structures, and established spillways to create 9 man-made ponds. Many of the forest dams, facilities, and the trails are a direct result of their dedication. By 1938, Harold Parker State Forest contained 2,879 acres of previous wasteland, not all of which was contiguous. The CCC disbanded in 1940, however, and only a small crew was left to maintain the forest. It is presently maintained by the Department of Conservation and Recreation, and an agency of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Harold Parker State Forest has as much to offer now as it did then. It is an oak hickory climax forest type, which also includes birch, hop, hornbeam, white and red pine, and beech, as well as a diverse and rich understory. Evidence of granite quarrying can be seen at various sites within the park. If you walk through the Bay Circuit Trail, you'll come to a spot that's, was a quarry, obviously, of granite, I guess. And also a prominent glacial erratic, which I talked about, and deposited by melting glaciers, is located near the Jenkins Road entrance to the Soapstone Quarry. The trail that winds past this glacial erratic is part of the Bay Circuit Trail, a 200-mile continuous greenway from Massachusetts South Shore to the North Shore, which is pretty cool. You can walk that whole way 200 miles, if anyone has the time to do that. The land is rich in wildlife such as coyotes, deer, beavers, fox, several species of hawks, many amphibians, and small animals. Hunting for pheasant, turkey, and deer is prevalent and permitted in season. Fishing is another popular pastime for visitors. Bass, perch, bluegill, chain pickerel, and catfish, and also trout. are found in the park's 11 ponds. I don't know, maybe after this week, all the trouble will be gone. Because if I have anything to say about it, I'll be over there catching. But in any case, we also offer interpretive programs throughout the season, including annual fishing festival that we hold every September, August or September, it depends. But every year, I think it's 22 years now, is it?
Something like that.
Something like that, 22 years every year, and it grows. I think last year we had 60 kids, I think it was, and it was pouring raining out. It was cold. It was September 12th. It was just a miserable day, but they came and they caught a lot of fish. We cooked some hot dogs and we had a blast. It was a good time. So yeah, and we do weekly hikes with the kids or anybody, family. Every Wednesday, all through the winter, I volunteered. I'm only a seasonal worker at Harold Parker, but during the winter I volunteer to lead a hike every Wednesday at 10 o'clock. We meet over at headquarters and we take a different section of the forest every week. There's a series of 12 hikes that I've put together, and we go out for 2 hours and just walk around through the snow if there's plenty of snow. We didn't have a lot of snow this year, but you know, with snowshoe, and Jim's been over there many times with the snowshoes, and skiing, cross-country skiing, we do that, and it's a good time. We usually have between 15 and 20 people, and we've got this core group of little kids too that are coming every week. It's good fun. It's good stuff. But and some of the other programs, we do biking. We do a weekly biking program, hiking, fishing. We teach little kids to fish. Small clinic for the fishing. I started a canoe program last year, where every Saturday we have 8 canoes, and hopefully we'll have more this year. But we'll go out and spend a couple hours over in Stearns Pond going around looking at the big black race of snakes, those northern water snakes and stuff. I mean, it's good stuff.
That's a good way to get up there.
Yeah, but they're out of the boat, so you're in a boat, so they're not going to bother you.
But they can swim, right?
It's good stuff. You see the beaver dams and the beaver lodges, and you know, just one time. I'll give you one day we're out there, and this was in August. The lily pads are up, and we're canoeing around, and the paddles are, you know, we're going through the lily pads, and of course it's stirring up all the little bugs that are on the lily pads. And there must have been 1,000 purple martins that just started coming down. I mean, it was dinner time to them, you know. They're just, it was beautiful. It was unbelievable. I'd never seen anything like it. It was just amazing. And what an experience. And these people who were on that day, they couldn't wait to come back and do it again. All of these programs are free. You know, it's here for the public, and just to get out and really enjoy this, you know, your state forest. It's in your backyard. What a gem it is, really.
And you still go the hiking at 10 o'clock on Wednesday?
Every Wednesday, 10 o'clock, we meet at the headquarters. Yeah. And yeah, it's a great time. It's good stuff. This week, let's see, Wednesday, we've seen now the snakes are coming out. So
that's a good way to get them there.
So, but they're, you know, they'll just go. They don't, trust me, there's nothing in Harold Park that will bother you, that will hurt you. Really. There's nothing there.
The bears will leave, right?
Yeah. We haven't seen any bears for a couple of years. We had a sighting a couple of years ago, but we haven't seen any. But we've got a lot of wildlife here. It's a healthy forest. I believe it's a healthy forest. You know, you mentioned about eating the fish there. I see nothing wrong with eating the fish there, really. It's a good, healthy forest. Those water, the water's flowing continuously throughout. All of those spillways and stuff were made. That water's flowing constantly through all those ponds. It's beautiful. It's just a beautiful place. And, swimming, we're always asked about the swimming, so I'll bring, you know, I might as well get into that. There's no lifeguards at Harold Parker now, unfortunately. But you know, we know that Berry Pond is unstaffed. You know, you can go and go there and fish. You can go there and picnic. You just can't have a fire without a permit. But you can enjoy Berry Pond. Berry Pond's a beautiful place. And you know, I was fishing there today and yesterday too. You know, I'm lucky. But in any case, it's good stuff, so go there and enjoy it, you know? Just because there's a lock on the gate doesn't mean you can't walk in. You can walk in. This is your forest, so use it, really. So I guess, you know, that's pretty much the history of, oh, the campground. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention it. We have a beautiful campground there. 90 campsites. Each campsite has a picnic table, a fire pit, and a hibachi grill. And this year they're actually putting in, it was funded for water service and electric service to all the places. Not that I think it's needed, but anyways, they are. But we have 4 comfort stations, showers, hot and cold showers, and you know, outdoor sinks to wash your utensils and dishes and all that stuff after you barbecue and stuff. So it's a great place, and the sites are kind of spread out, so you're not right on top of each other and all of that. And we have a beautiful fry pond there, which you can swim in there. The campers can swim there. It's not staffed, but the water is tested, you know, on a weekly basis. And, it's a great camping place.
Are they planning to put electricity at all the sites or just a portion?
Well, I just heard, I heard that the
By the way, I'm against
engineer.
it also, so.
Yeah, I'm just, what I've heard, I'm gonna tell you what I heard, is just that if they were gonna open it up for the water, it would make sense to do the power, at least run the power lines at the same time. And I think that went out to bid that way. That's what I heard. I hope. But, yeah.
How do you get a fire permit?
You could go to headquarters and ask the superintendent of the forest, Steve David, to get a fire permit.
Is there always someone there at headquarters?
Well, you know, there's only, in the winter, there's only 2 people that are full-time staff at Harold Parker. So they got a lot of, you know, 3,500 acres. There's a lot of stuff to be doing. Trees come down, they're out cutting trees, and they're out trying to fix dams and stuff. But so you're not always going to catch somebody there. But what I would suggest that you do is call the number and leave a message, and they'll get back to you. That would be, if you stop by and there's not something.
Can I just add something? Often if you go in the morning at about 8 or 8:30, you will catch somebody at the
good.
headquarters.
Good, yeah.
Especially in the summer months, I was thinking. In the-
No, not necessarily. In the summer, in between Memorial Day weekend and Labor Day, there is always someone at Lorraine Park contact station. And if you can find them there, you can contact somebody at the headquarters. And that's on Jenkins Road. Haverhill Street becomes Jenkins Road, and it's on the left-hand side as you're driving up there. And there's somebody at the contact station to, you know, welcome people in, sell campsites coming in, check campers in.
And so
So
they
you-
can give you a fire permit.
They wouldn't be able to do that there, but they would at least be able to put you in contact with someone who
Okay.
could. Yeah, we've been hit pretty hard by the cuts. And they've stripped us down to bare bones in the field. I guess in the 80s, there used to be 30 permanent employees at Harold Parker, and now there are 2. There's supposed to be 4, but one guy's out on disability. We have an aging staff, as you can see.
Well, we're active though.
We try to keep moving. And then another woman just recently quit. So, and when people retire or are out on injuries or go away for some reason, they do not backfill the positions, and it just, all of the other work lands on, you know, the people that remain. And the beaver issue, I'm not going to even call it a problem, is intense at Harold Parker right now. In fact, I'm sure people have noticed that the forest is different than it used to be even 10 years ago. There are places where the trees are just absolutely dying. There are only certain times of the year that they're allowed to trap. And we have one person full-time in the summer whose principal job it is to clear culverts. Because as you know, beavers are really, really good at what they do. And they will jam culverts full of branches and within just a matter of hours. So that becomes that's a real struggle.